know what you used to be. I know you a street gangster, and you done changed. I know that. I know. Yeah, and it ain't you, man.
The only reason why I'm checking out Charleston White today is because he actually says some things that's worth listening to, but I don't like him.
That humans is evolved in, homie, that you can bet on, that has some monetary value on it. It's rigged. When you look at views from an artist, when they drop an album, it's rigged.
Definitely.
Everything is rigged to make it seem and appear real to the average mind. Everything is rigged, from football, basketball.
Everything is rigged. That's what he says. Everything is rigged. We're going to do Charleston White Day. How about that? Charleston White. Everything is rigged. I don't think everything is rigged. I don't talk about things in absolutes. I don't think there's a such thing as absolutes. You know what I mean? But I don't talk about absolutes. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. Apparently, part one, do you agree with Charleston White's thoughts on modern women and modern... Okay, there's a part one, there's a part two, and there's a part three. Apparently, after talking all the smack he's been talking, somebody caught up with him and pistol whipped him, unfortunately. It's one of them things that happen, man. It's one of them things that happen. All right, so in this next video, he's talking about modern men and modern women. So we're about to listen to this, and I'm going to get my 2 pennies on it because y'all already know, man. If I got something to say, I'm going to say it, but I'm not going to be all nasty and belligerent because that's just not my style.
Y'all single-handedly produce these kind of around this. You can't not tell me nothing about my baby. That's my son. That's my daughter. Remember that my talk. Now look at these. You begging for help now. Where the men at? You done all of them and wouldn't let now tell you what to do. That's where the man at. You done all the ones that wanted to be. And you done turned down all the ones that would have done right by you. You done everybody you should have been with. Now look at you. You can't find nobody other than just now. Cause don't nobody want to be with you in old age. Your attitude too bad. Don't nobody want to get with no old ass 35, 30, 40-year-old stuck in her way. And the don't clean up on Saturdays. The don't know how to make hot water cornbread. The don't know how to nurture the family by feeding them with loving food and kind words.
He's talking about how today's women are the reason for the no good men out there. He's saying that today's women are, they disrespect themselves so much and they don't have any morals nor integrity. And because of that, the men don't respect them and the men don't want to be with them because of it. The men get what they want. They get their from them, but they don't want to be with anyone who don't cook. They don't want to be with anyone who don't clean. And they don't want to be with anyone who pretty much gives it up to the dogs and turn their backs on the good guys. There's another part to this that I'm going to speak on, but let me listen to the second part first before I get into the weeds of this right here. But I want to hear it. I want to hear what he has to say.
But this for you hoes today, boy. You hoes been skating by, complaining, blaming everybody. The white boy done give you food stamps. The white boy done give you Section 8. You done been given every tool and resource where you won't fail in life. Look at you. When you got pregnant as a little bitty girl, them mother gave you a diving board. They gave you a diving board. Somewhere to stay, somewhere to eat, medical, milk, cereal.
And this is what I'm talking about. Like, when I say judge the messenger, judge the message and not the messenger, like at least hear what they have to say. Because sometimes what they say, there's a bunch of truth wrapped up in it, but there's no absolutes. Because when he's talking about the modern women, he makes his comments to be absolute, but I know a bunch of good women out there. I know a bunch of good single women who do all of the things that he claimed that these women who are single and don't have a man won't do. So when you speak in absolutes, you gotta be careful. That shows the ignorance of anyone. Whenever someone speaks in absolutes about a certain group of individuals or a certain, they just make it seem like everyone is this one thing. There's your ignorance right there. That's when you should start questioning this person. Also, I must say, any man with his level, I'm trying to tell you, I'm far from a softie when it comes to women. I just have respect for people, period. I don't think he gives a damn about receiving respect from anyone because he don't show respect to anyone. But yet, people blew him up all over the internet. Now he's one of the most popular dudes on the internet and people swear by his words. And it's ignorant. Extremely intelligent people follow him and listen to him. And it's ignorant. Not only himself, but his own community by representing himself the way he do. How can you yourself the way that Charleston White reps himself, but then have the nerve to throw dirt on somebody else at the same time. For that, I say, if I was to speak in absolutes, I would say that Charleston White is not a man. And I will stand on that. I will say that Charleston White is not a man. He's extremely ignorant, and he should not have the fame nor the money that he has right now from being the public figure that he is. It seems that people want to be entertained more than they want to be educated. People will much rather laugh at you than laugh with you. This gentleman right here, he don't mind being laughed at. He don't. But at the same time, every single time you listen to him speak, he's attacking a certain demographic. He really is, and he does it in absolutes. But again, I go back to what I said initially. I respect him still. I respect him. Why? Because what he says, he stands on it. I just don't like him. I don't like him at all, actually. Because when men prefer to women as he's also talking to the women and the girls who are within earshot that's listening to him. He's not only talking about the women who don't cook. He's not only talking about the women who don't respect themselves. He's talking about all women. He's referring them to, he's calling them female dogs. Well, it worked for Snoop. It worked for Ice Cube. It worked for this person and that person, blah, blah, blah. It worked for all these artists. They did it and y'all love them. So how come I can't do it? He's like a grown boy. He is, man. He's like a grown boy. For real, he really is. I don't think that he deserves being pistol whipped. I don't think he deserves being attacked, physically abused. I don't think that. Like, the people that do that to him are other grown boys who communicate the same way he do. He's very emotional. He acts as if he isn't, but he's extremely emotional. Anybody who can be extremely passionate about what women do. Any man that's very, very extremely passionate about how women act and how women respond and how women date and how women don't cook for their man and all this other stuff, especially a man who's married, a man who already has a woman and has a family, but you're super emotional about what other women are doing in their bedrooms, that's beta times beta. That's very much beta. You call that an alpha male? How can any man refer to Charleston White as an alpha male? He is not. He will be the definition of a beta male, in my opinion. Think I'm wrong? Tell me. Listen, I don't pride myself off of being right about things. I can care less about being right. I think I told y'all that many times before. I don't want to be right. Just want to let y'all know, man, this young man that we have put on a pedestal and built up and given him a platform, who claimed to represent one thing, but then speak on everybody so negatively, so greasy. It's like he don't like anybody. He don't love anybody. It's like he has nothing but hate in his heart. So although I don't like him, I still love him. I believe he don't have God in his heart. He don't have God in his life. I don't believe he has God in his life. But I will say, shout out to the dude for his for all of his successes. Was it a specific video that caused the violence against him? I don't know if you know this about, I'm about to answer this question right here. Charleston White speaks very greasy about gangsters, about gangster rappers, about people who sell drugs in black communities and stuff like that. For that, I'm with him on it. But it's how he talks about it. It's how he talks about it. He talk about it like, I would shoot you, you B.A. Nick. I would do this to you, you B.A. Nick. I got this with me. I got this weapon on me. I got that weapon on me. Run up on me if you want to. I'm going to do this to you. I'm going to do that to you. It's so many videos that he's been on where he's asking for the smoke. It's so many videos that he's been on where he welcomes Satan into his home. He welcomes it. Like, he loves it. Look at this one right here.
You know what else is f***ing my head up? They said we was in a recession. Back then, everybody was up in arms and everybody was so, we in a recession. We are in a worse economic state than we were back then, and they ain't saying shit about nothing. And everybody just trotting along.
I don't think a recession means
Right.
we ain't hit a depression. That recession.
Yeah.
During the recession, don't stop going to the strip club. Newports don't stop selling.
They might go.
Yeah, liquor, Hennessy, Douce, all that shit don't stop selling during the recession. The weed man don't shut down during the recession. So if we were really hurting financially, we wouldn't buy cigarettes. The strip club doors would be shut down because you would have to cut back on that in order to just live. So how in the fuck we recession. Let me know when we're in a depression.
Now that right there is another thing. Here's the thing. I don't care if we're in a recession or depression. The government will still print money. Government will still act as if we don't have a concern in the world. We are trillions of dollars in debt, but we will still make sure that we send billions of dollars to other countries that need it because they're being attacked by other countries. So we follow as citizens and companies, other companies within this country, within this huge company called the United States, they follow the ways of the country, which is the biggest company in this country. The United States is a company, all right? And if they're constantly playing fast and loose with their money and just printing it whenever they don't have it, these other companies are going to do the same exact thing. All right. All prices for everything are going up. Prices for everything are going up. They are not coming down. If we think that we're going to see gas prices come back down to $1.50, y'all tripping. If we think we see a pack of cigarettes come down to where it was 10, 15 years ago, you tripping. Everything is going up. And because everything's going up, we just going to continue to be used to it. And we're going to continue to move as if ain't nothing happened. So at the end of the day, listen, he might be onto something. This is why you need to have God in your life, guys. This is why you need to have God in your life, because nothing that's man-made will last forever. Nothing that's man-made is dependable. None of these companies that we depend on should we depend on, period. It's about that money. It's about that green. It's about that credit. It's about being able to play the game. It's about agreeing with what he just now said about the recession, kind of, sort of, but his examples did not match. He's in the strip club, still buying bottles, still buying weed, and they don't play by the same rules as the rest of us. They still getting money. People out there, people ain't gonna stop smoking crack because it's a recession. People not gonna stop getting sick because it's a recession. The same thing the drug dealers do, what these big pharma companies do. They follow the same rules as them. They create an issue and they help you with that issue by medicating you. That's it. That's the same thing Big Pharma does. They create an issue and then they create the cure for the issue that they created. And that's how they keep their economy going. There's a certain disease that I despise, that being cancer. I despise cancer, man. And I believe that with all of the brainiacs we have in the world today, for all of the medicines, and why don't we have a cure for that? Not only that, but why are we still producing so many things that we eat and drink that produce cancer? It's so many, it's ridiculous to me. But it's not ridiculous to Big Pharma because they are getting wealthy off of people being sick. So listen, I'm not on their level financially, so I just try to mind my business and stay close to God and communicate to him as much as I possibly can, and just keep prayer, hope, and all that other stuff, man. I got to, and I hope y'all do the same, for real. Late at night when I'm completely alone in my thoughts, God is the only one there with me. I draw my strength from him every day. Angel, you better daggone preach. You see this right here? You see this right here? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. They'll create the issue and then create a way for you to live with that issue. It's crazy, man. So nah, I don't trust anything out here. I don't trust the recession. I don't trust any of those things. Only reason why I'm checking out Charleston White today is because he actually says some things that's worth listening to, but I don't like him because everything ain't got to be this. Every woman ain't got to be a B. Come on, bruh. You bringing nothing but that dark energy your way, and you don't we don't. Life is already complicated enough. We need to put more love out there. We need to put more light out there. That's what we need to do. We need to put How many of y'all honestly believe that God is real and that God has your back? On the flip side, how many of y'all believe that the world has our back, or the country have our back, or the politicians have our back more than God does? That's probably not a fair question, because if I'm talking to Christians, obviously they're going to say God, 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 God. If I'm talking to people who don't believe in God, they're not going to believe in that. They're not going to say any of that. At the end of the day, man, so it's these type of spirits that make me feel some type of way. Okay, he's dressed nice in this one. I'm going to see if he says something nice in this one. It's I want this guy to really step into his truth, but some people will say that he already is there. He's already doing what God sent him to do.
Keep playing dumb. Yeah, let everybody keep exposing themselves. Just keep playing dumb, Charles. Keep blind man shuffling. Keep playing blind, because they think you can't see, but You got a spiritual sight that most people are unaware of.
All right, that was just a clip of something.
I know what you used to be. I know you a street gangster, and you done changed. I know that. I know. Yeah, and it really, it ain't you, man. It's the street bullshit, right? So it's like I'm fucking with you, but I ain't. It's the principles and the codes and the ethics that you stand on, that we embrace to the death of us, even though we know it's wrong. The old fools. At some point we have to denounce. So yeah, nah, bullshit, man. I ain't nah, my. So I just want you to know, it's never been no real smoke money. I'm out of character. This is the real Charleston talking to you. Man, I was just playing, you know, hopefully we would go get a boxing match in, and I wouldn't even go throw. Yeah, nah, man. Nah, Boosie, I'm just bullshit. I'm acting. I'm a good acting mother. I know what.
Okay, so there's that. So he's saying that he's trolling. Whenever he's out here acting ridiculous, he is acting. He is playing. All right, he is playing and he is acting.
I have a gift, and this world will be a better place if whatever our vision is, whatever our desire is, whatever we're good at, we reach other people, and we teach other people how to do that as well. Well, you need a platform for that. Many people have been reaching out to me once they found out that I do coaching, and they've been saying, well, I always wanted to start a channel, but I didn't know where to start. I want to do this for these people, for these children, for this group of individuals, but I don't know where to start. Well, that's why we're here right now. I am doing coaching, guys. The perfect time too, because we're going to all help one another. This is what I got right now. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing one-on-one coaching. I'm also doing group coaching. I want y'all to get in on this, okay? Because the numbers are starting to pack up, and I don't want you to miss out on this, okay? No, this is not a hurry up and buy type of hurry up and join type of situation. No, it's not that. It's just something that I'm starting, and I would love for you to be a part of it. I've learned a whole lot, and I want to brain dump as much as I possibly can, but I can't do it for unlimited amount of people, all right? So as you see, we have a 50 client max. And then I have a VIP mentorship as well. That's also a 10 client max. It's a little bit more that I have to do for that. And then we have our inner circle as well. That's the last part. I want y'all to DM me the word coach, email me the word coach, reach out to me on my website, the word coach. We will talk, okay? I look forward to talking to y'all.